Can you hear the background of it? I'm sorry.
No, yeah, we're all good.
Because Beanie's having practice out there. He gets loud sometimes, so I didn't know if it got through the if you can hear it through the door or not.
No, we're all good.
You know how he gets.
Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Ty Bartellin with another edition of Coach's Corner. This time we're in with the second-year skipper over at the Austintown Fitch girls basketball team, Mr. Dan Horacek, joining me today. Coach, how are we doing?
Fantastic. Glad to be on. Hope everything's going good with you.
Everything's going great as well, Coach. It's practice season officially. It's scrimmage season. I know you might have been waiting for a few athletes maybe to come back to the team with the way that fall sports went for a lot of the ladies. But talk to me about what you've been seeing in scrimmages and what stood out to you so far in practices.
Yeah, we had one scrimmage. We went to Crestview last Monday. Had a good scrimmage. We scrimmaged them in Sandy Valley. Kids played really hard there. Gave me the best effort they could give me, and it was against two very competitive teams, and I was happy with what I saw.
You guys bring back a little bit from last year, but you do lose a lot from last year too. Talk to me about some of the names that you're seeing on this roster that you think are going to have an impact on the floor and will get some quality minutes this year.
Yeah, I have 5 seniors this year: Rachel Spalding, Liz Spalding, Sam Severn, Jennifer Fanchik, and Ryan McGagan. Those are my 5 seniors. They're my 5 leaders. They've been in the program for 4 years. Some other players that will get a lot of action is Juliana Farmer, Amaya Harris, and Kaylin Bauer as well. And they're 2-3-year players, and they know the expectations, and they all work extremely hard, and they're looking forward to this season.
You've been with the program for a long time, but I'm excited to see you going into second-year head coach now. Do you feel like, I guess, maybe some pressures are off? Do you feel like a little more confident, or were you same confidence? What's it like going into year 2 now for you?
No, I feel the same pressure. Our job here is to win basketball games, right? And if I don't feel pressure, then I'm probably not the person to be doing it anymore, right? So I always have the highest expectation for my athletes, and I tell them that every day. And so far during practice and everything like that, we've worked extremely hard. I'm really proud of them.
You mentioned a lot of newer names that we're going to be seeing on the floor for some quality minutes this year, and I got to assume that's going to lead to some different types of strengths too, which you're going to have to play to get your wins. When you talk about strengths and team identity, what would you say you would think this team's identity and the strengths are that you're going to have to play to get your wins?
We'll be very athletic like we were last year. It's going to take some of the players to learn how to play varsity basketball for 32 minutes. But we're going to play the same type of game, up fast, a lot of pressure on defense, and we're going to come at you for 32 minutes, and we're going to give it our best effort.
You guys were able to be competitive in a tough All-American conference last year. I know there was a lot of talent that left, but a lot of talent that's returning. It's one of the best smaller conferences, I think, in the area as far as basketball is concerned. What are you seeing out of the AAC this year? How do you guys feel you're going to be able to compete with the rest of the conference this year?
So we all know each other very well, right? So we play each other twice a year. We see each other in the summer. Coaches talk throughout the summer as well. So we know what we're going to get. We're going to get physical games. We're going to be we know the type of style that each team plays, and we're just really looking forward to it. Our conference is so good every year, and I don't expect anything different this year.
When you talk about some maybe non-conference games that you guys are excited for, what are some that pop up? I know that smaller conference schedule allows for you guys to have a lot of non-conference games. So what are some of those tests that you're excited for your girls to go up against?
Yeah, we go. We're going up to Cleveland like 3 times this year. We have FA Brown. We open the season up at Hudson. We play Cleveland St. Joe's again. Always, those are 3 really, really tough teams. I'm looking forward to the local matchups too that we play. Every game's an opportunity for us to improve and get better, and I just can't wait to get started with these kids. I'm excited for them. I know they can do it, and the coaching staff has their back.
When you talk about going into second year as a head coach now, when you talk about the culture and the way you want this team to eventually be, right, long-term plan, and
Yeah.
how you want everything to look at maybe 3 years from now, 5 years from now, what would you say some of the things you're looking to accomplish here in year two? Is it a lot of maybe refining what the girls have done? Is it bringing in new things, introducing new things? What are some of your goals for year two now?
Some of my goals, and we talked about this in individual player meetings after tryouts. Their goal is to win. A lot of the players' goals are to win conference again this year, and try to make it far in the playoffs. And as a program, all we can do is keep developing that. Our first goal as a team is probably always win the AAC, our conference. It's a season-long goal, and then our next goal after that would be to win a playoff game again, maybe get to district final, or maybe make a run and get to the regionals. It's a different setup this year, so it's by no means is it easier. But if you win two games, you're in the regionals.
Yeah.
So that's quite a bit different. And those are just two really good goals that we have, and the kids seem to be on good pace with that too.
We saw that Falcon volleyball team get a little bit of a benefit from the expansion of divisions in the sport. Of course, basketball is going to be the same now, 7 divisions across the board. What was your initial opinions and thoughts on that too? I know it's kind of I've heard both sides, and there's both sides of the argument for that as well. Some like it, some don't, and for very good reasons on both sides. What was your initial opinion on the expansion of divisions?
The jury's still out for me on it. We haven't really gone through it yet. I think that it was great for the volleyball team, and they have really good athletes, and they had a great run. And to make it that far, regional final is unbelievable season. And I think it's just going to be different to see how each sport does it. But I'm looking forward to the change. I think change is always good. It makes people more attentive, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Coach, I also want to give you a chance to shout out that coaching staff that you're going to be having around you, helping you out every step away along the way this season.
Yeah, so I have Jason Sanak back with me. He's going to be my varsity assistant this year. He's one of my greatest friends. We've been coaching together for a long time, even back when we would do youth leagues together. Alexis Salih, former player, actually coached her twice in her life. I tell people this. I coached her in second grade, and then I coached her again when she was a senior. And we coached golf together here at the high school as well. Jake Capizzuto is going to be my JV coach this year, and he's coming. He's still back from the high school. So we have some new people. We have some new people in spots, but the girls know them, and everyone that we moved up, they're ready for the challenge.
You are a coach that I feel like does a great job of getting your players to give it their all, no matter the talent level, no matter where they are skill-wise. I think you do a very good job of getting each one of your players to give everything that they got. It's not easy to be able to do that, though. And I mean, we talk with high school girls too. Sometimes telling them what to do isn't always the best thing, right? What is it? What is your trick? What's the magic secret to getting the most out of your players too, and getting them to play with as much heart as we see them play on the hardwood for you?
I tell them every day that I'm proud of them and I love them, and they believe it because they know it's true. I think they know that I give it everything that I have. I don't leave anything out on the floor. I give it everything that I can every day. And I think we just have a great mutual respect for each other. They know my expectations are very clear. I tell them I will not get mad unless you do not try your best. And as long as they try their best, they give everything they have, they leave everything on the floor. We did the best we could. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's the game. That's why we play it, right? So I think the girls understand that, and I think I think they just they like being around each other and they want to win for each other. They're all friends as well, so they know how hard we work as a coaching staff, and we know how hard they work as players. So it's a mutual respect type of deal.
You usually want your team playing the best type of basketball towards the end of the season, and I think we saw a lot of growth from this team over the course of the season too. And I mean, we went from the Holiday Hoops Classic, you guys beating Green too, and those big Federal League teams, and those were some big wins for this program. When you talk about growth this season, what's some short-term growth from now until game one that you want to see, and some long-term growth from game 1 to game 22 that you want to see out of this team?
I just want to see them get into rhythm and learn some of the offense that we're putting in. Keep getting it at 100% on defense. We might be one of the smallest teams in the area this year, but we can't use it as an excuse. We still have to rebound. We still have to do fundamentally things right for us to compete and win games. And I believe that they can do it. So it's just everything's a step-by-step process. Right now we're in the beginning of it, but we keep pushing them along, and they've really reacted to it. And we got better in our scrimmage on Monday with Crestview and Sandy Valley, and we have another big scrimmage coming up this weekend up in Brecksville. There's going to be 13 teams up there. And so I just look to continue to see the improvement.
One of my theme questions for basketball coaches this year is the lessons the game has taught you. You guys are all teachers of the game. You've taught countlessly so many young ladies, young men as well in the sport. But I want to know what the biggest lesson the sport of basketball has taught you.
Perseverance. You've worked so hard at it. You keep pushing through, and eventually good things will happen. And I tell the kids all the time, like in the beginning of the year, usually unfortunately when we have to cut, I never made a basketball team. I never made a basketball team growing up and going to school, but I found ways to stay in the game. I persevered through it, and now I'm living part of my dreams out. I always wanted to be a teacher, and I always wanted to be a basketball coach, and I'm doing it. And it took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of assistance from great coaches like Coach Beanie on the boys' side, other coaches I've had like Bert Stellers, Gary Conroy. They kept me in the program. They let me coach in the program when I was young, in my early 20s. And I just kept going through that. And a lot of my friends went through with me too. Coach Schnernberger, Coach Sanadak, who's on my staff right now. We sort of did it together. And it's just been a heck of a ride. It really has. I would never change it for the world. I love it to death. And it's my favorite game. Basketball is my favorite game.
You are able to relate to players too because of that. You're able to have those shared experiences, and you throw ego out the window when you talk about those shared experiences too. Has it always been so easy for you to find that kind of common ground and connect with people and younger people, kids like that too? Was it something you had to work at? Have you always naturally been able to connect with younger people and players and athletes, student athletes?
I think I'm a kid at heart, and I haven't really changed much since I've been a kid, actually. So I joke around with the players all the time. If you see us, we'll be laughing a lot. And I think it keeps it light. And, I enjoy it. They keep me young, right? I'm 43. Look at my beard. It's like I look like Santa Claus getting ready to roll here. They keep me young. Like, look, I shave my head for them a lot. We do like goals like that. And they just keep me young, and they're a pleasure to be around. They make me a better person.
I love to hear it, Coach. Finally, before we let you go, I want to give you that opportunity. I know we highlighted some of the schedule. Shout out your first game because when basketball comes around, it means Thanksgiving, to me at least. I mean, boys and girls basketball starting up. So I want you to shout out when your first game it is. And I know it's going to be around Thanksgiving time. So shout out your favorite Thanksgiving dish as well.
So our first game is November 23rd. We travel up to Hudson. And man, my favorite stuff on Thanksgiving is probably mashed potatoes and things like that. I'm not a real big turkey guy, not like a yam guy. I like the straight mashed potatoes.
I think you're the second or third one giving some love early on in the coaches that I've asked for the mashed potatoes. Stuffing is overwhelmingly the number one go-to, the fave across the board.
I should add this. I like everything my girlfriend's mother makes on Thanksgiving. It's the best.
She's got it across the board. So she's the solid cook too. Maybe I have to come over there and sneak a plate.
Come on over. You're invited.
Coach, we wish you the best of luck this season. I know I'll be seeing you out there on the hardwood real soon. I'm excited to see the growth from the girls this year and just to see what you're able to do with your second year at the helm.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Ty. Thanks for everything you do over there as well. Looking forward to seeing you.
Anytime, Coach. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you as well. This has been a first edition of Coach's Corner with Fitch girls basketball skipper Dan Horacek.